Great question. After quantum shifting, am I the same exact person with the background, the parents, children, and pets? Yes and no. Let's talk about it. Let's start with the basics. Recently, I ran into somebody from my past and I recognized them like they just walked out in the middle of this parking lot. I hadn't seen them in probably 20 years. Has it been 20 years? And somehow I was able to recognize them. I was in the middle of loading groceries into my car. It was dark. And then I saw this person coming at me and I was like, so-and-so? And as they approached me, they literally could not recognize me. They got closer and closer and they're like, I'm so sorry, and they were making a joke about it. I've been hit on the head a couple times because they're into some, extreme sports. And they're like, I really, you got to help me out. I don't know you. And they were an important person at one point in my life. They were like the type of person that you call when you're in like a really, really dire straits sort of situation and they come and give you a miracle helping hand, that type of person. Now, I recognized them, but I noticed that their body looked different from what I was expecting. This is an incongruency. Their hands in particular looked different to me that I can't exactly explain why, just an intuition. And even though they were the same person, they had a lot of similarity, they looked like a different version of the person that I once knew, but they had no recollection of me at all until I told them who I was. Now, what seems to happen is that there is a merging of memories, but when you are going through the process of retrocausality and you are affecting the past from the present moment, your memories are going to change and there's going to be a fuzziness and they're going to be replaced. And so through editing techniques, a lot of my more traumatic memories have been replaced and I have different versions of those people who I suffered at the hands of when I was younger and when I was more immature and I didn't know how to step into life as a creator. So I have a different version of them, but the threads of the conversation and the events have changed slightly to account and to adjust to allow room for a new version. And this is why it's really important to be careful about the stories that you immortalize if you're really trying to quantum shift. And I talk about this more in my EC by Dr. C private playlist. I literally have a whole episode on how to do this exact same thing. And so you have to understand how to release people from your past in order to create a different past. And so you can create an entirely different identity, an entirely different life like I did. I'm nowhere near the person that I was when I started. And I have access to other identity modules of people in the future that I'm merging into.